Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an ASUS laptop. This is an ASUS VivoBook 17. The exact model is an M712. And in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can clean up the motherboard, the heat, the fan and the dust, and even repaste your CPU. If yours is running a little bit hot and you just want to open it up and clean it and repaste it, this video is for you. Just remember, by repasting and cleaning, you're not going to change anything in the system. Everything will be left the way that you had it before. It's just pretty much cleaning and plug it back in and use it. All right, I'm going to go over the tools that I'll be using, and all the tools and everything will be linked in a video description in case you want to purchase for yourself. All right, so first thing first, power it off, flip it upside down, and I see that there's a missing screw right in here. Tool number one and important one is a good screwdriver set. I'll recommend the iFixit screwdriver set, as they have one of the best screwdrivers out there. I purchased myself this basic tool set. So you're going to be using a Phillips number one. If you get the Pro set, they will include you with an opening tools, tweezers, and few stuff. If not, for the opening tools, go ahead and grab a metallic guitar pick, which is really good. Plastic spatula. You need a used or new toothbrush, a soft one, the better. You need one sheet of the workshop towel, so grab a workshop towel, one sheet. You will need a 99% isopropyl or isopropylic alcohol, and the reason is for the workshop towel, as soon as you put an alcohol in here, you try to clean the motherboard, this will rip apart and will prevent damaging. So don't use microfiber, they will get tangled in between the components and damage the components. After this, you need a good thermopaste. You can go with whichever brand that you desire, but I will leave the recommended one in a video description. The best of all is a PTM 7950. These are phase change material, or you can go with a thermal grizzly thermal paste, or you can go with a Arctic MX4 or MX7, which is the newest one, or MX6, which is cheap too. Or I have a few other ones. I have and this one is an Arctic Silver. We're going to be using Arctic MX4. You can go with MX4, it's cheap and it's really good result with all of this. So I'll recommend the MX6 or MX4, whichever you can get your hands on. I'll leave the link. With all this on hand, we're going to get into it. So first thing first, down here, we're going to remove all the screws. There are three sets of screw types. The short ones, they're the front end of the laptop. The mediums are obviously from the side to side, and the mid one. And the back row, there's a three screws. These are the long, thick ones. So these are a little bit thicker in diameter. So go ahead and remove all of them and keep them in a separate pile so you don't mix match them. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking that like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. Let me know in the comment area if this one is a long screw or a short one, but I'm pretty sure it's a long screw, as the same as these side ones. All right, now that we remove all the screws, we're going to grab the opening tool. And we're going to start from the front end of the laptop, always from the front end. You want to jam it in between the bottom cover and the palm rest right there, about 1 or 2 millimeter. And we want to twist it. We want to hear those clicks. Those are the clips are getting loosened up, so don't worry about those clicking noises. That's what you want to hear. I'm sticking about 1 or 2 millimeter. I'm not sticking more than that. All right. And then we're going to go to the side, the front and the side. And then you want to put it down. If you need to do the back end, do the back. But for me, I do the side and the front and just wiggle around up and down, and it will snap loose the back side clips. So grab the bottom cover, take it outside and clean it up. It's a little bit dusty. You can even wash the bottom cover and leave it for dry. All right, so down here we can see a horrible fan design, heatsink design. So there's no fans or just a a copper pipe right over GPU and CPU, and there's no fans or anything like that. And the fan passively is going to suck the air through here, move it through this channel and back towards this rail out. So this is a horrible cooling design. But anyways, so if your fan is super dirty, you need to clean it without removing the heatsink. But if your thermal paste is more than a year old, change it. First, go ahead and disconnect the battery by pushing this clip back about just a half a millimeter to clear this white cover, and then bring it up from the left upward. It will snap out. You want to disconnect the fan connector right in here. You don't want to yank on the cables. What you want to do, you want to put your fingernails at the back of the black jack right there and slide it back. There's a gaffer's tape in here. You need to remove the gaffer's tape. It's useless. If it's not sticky, don't put it in there. It's going to jam into there. And you're not going to buy a roll of gaffer's tape just for that. It's useless. To remove the fan, there's a one, two, three screw that holds it. So remove the three screws, and the fan will come out pretty loose. So you see it's kind of there. It sucks the air from the top from the keyboard too. So all this dust, everything will be jammed right in through there. So take it outside, use a toothbrush, blow some air, and clean it out. To remove the heatsink, there's two screws on the GPU and four screws on the CPU. Go ahead and remove these screws. There we have it. Next, you want to grab it from here and lift it up. Oh boy. And this model doesn't even have a GPU, so it pretty much uh, heatsink touching a plastic support here. There's no GPU or anything. You can't even install it because there's no component, power delivery, anything like that. So anyway, so there's not much we can do here. So we're gonna repaste it and clean it up. I'm gonna take the fan outside and clean it, and I'll be back. All all right. I took it outside and cleaned up the fan. So first thing first, we want to put the fan down in here. Put the three screws for the fan. And we're gonna plug in the jack for the fan to the connector. Be very gentle with these connectors. Just slide it there and push it all the way in. We're gonna repaste. We're gonna grab a little bit of worktop towel. We're gonna soak it in alcohol. And we're gonna wipe over the CPU. There we go. And if you have GPU, clean your GPU too. Put two fingers at the back of the heatsink, clean it up. Grab your thermal paste, put one line of thermal paste over the CPU, and all you need to do is to grab the heatsink, align the screw hole, don't move it around too much, and then you want to put the screws. Just follow the numbers, the 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as you cross screw them, you're more than fine. So always cross screw the heatsink. So that way the thermal paste evenly spreads over the CPU and GPU. This is the worst heatsink design I ever seen on a laptop. And I seen worse actually, worse than this one. There's a tiny puny block. No wonder people always say it's over throttling, is overheating and over throttling because of this garbage heatsink. Anyway, once you're done with that, you plug in the fan. You want to grab the connector for the battery and you want to bring it down on top of the jack and then push it down. Bring the metal cover over, and pretty much we are done down here. Grab the bottom cover that you cleaned up, set it on top, push down the side, the back, make sure you those nice big click sounds, the front. There we go. And to finish it off is to put the bottom screws. I will power it on so you guys can see it does power on. Put the thick, longer screws at the back, and then the mid in the back, and the mediums on the front row, and the short in the front end of the laptop. All right, so let me get the charger. I don't know if it has any charge or not. No wonder the charger is very small. Right, so let's go ahead and power it on. If you disconnect the battery, it might take up to 30 seconds to boot up. Sometimes it won't, sometimes it does. It might flicker a few times. So let's see if it runs. There we go. We got the ASUS logo, and it should start loading up to the window. There we have it. And this is how you can repaste, clean up your ASUS VivoBook 17 laptop. As always, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.